Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. Let's play some Ostranauts. And today we're going to do some building. We are at K-Leg, and I do still have my worker with me. I have her out doing some stress relief, I guess, right now. She did some sleeping and she's watching reruns or something right now, if I recall. But playtime ends in just a few minutes. We'll give that a look-see. So when we ended the last episode, we'd found a really good reactor and I brought that back and sold it. And while the bank account doesn't completely reflect it, it was a pretty good sale. I think it was for about a total of 100,000, and that was a good haul for me. I used a good piece of that to pay down the mortgage on this ship. And then the other thing I did, I bought a Hydra. I finally did it. I have not seen a single one in this playthrough. I don't think, maybe right at the beginning, and I sold it. But beyond that, I haven't seen any for, gosh, at least 15 episodes, I think. I bought a bunk bed that we're going to get installed over here. I went ahead and bought a toilet, a sink. We're going to try to make a living area over here. Got a few lights. I bought a hatch, an access hatch. That'll allow me to, initially what I was going to use it for is to be able to access outside if I wanted to build out a little more. I'm going to hold on to it for now. That might be its use, but we might also use it internally to allow for some running between places. I kind of had toyed with an idea in one of my playthroughs of having like access shafts to get to the mechanicals and leave the rooms a little more open. So I'm going to see if I can play with that a little bit. And I think that covers the main hits here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm ready to kind of start putting in some of the equipment. So first of all, let's take it off pause and we'll go to 2x speed. And Chad, Missouri is also on free time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just let them finish that up. Shift will be ending here in a minute. Let's see if there's any other bills to pay. There are not. I did get that taken care of. Still owe 400,000. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to finish this part of my build out. I'm going to show you putting in the room. I don't know if that's going to be just this episode or if it'll be a couple of episodes, and then that's going to be the end of the season. In between seasons, I'm going to pay down the loan, do very minimal upgrades on the ship, but get a feel for how I want to pursue with season 2 of Mo Chad's Let's Play Ostranauts. Now, I did notice today there was a dev blog that was out. It was the first one, so that kind of gives you some idea of when I'm recording these. And it gave some good information on the, what do we call it? The path forward for the roadmap. Man, oh man, the roadmap for the game as we see them develop out. The lead dev talks about what they're planning on doing, and right now they're planning on mostly going into hardening mode, which basically means, in a nutshell, cleaning up bugs. That's what you're doing. You might add some features, but in general, what you're trying to do is improve the playability overall. He talked about some of the things they've already done. One thing, I think this is different. I hadn't completely gotten used to the old one with where the time had been up here and moving it down here. I think they swapped these. I think these are in a different order now. Something else he called out, and I don't know if this was part of the latest major change or if this was like in one of the smaller patches, but we can now view our whole crew down here. Can even select them from there by using this stats and crew selector. And there we can see Phoebe is there, and what is it, watching drama reruns. So we'll give her a few minutes to finish that up, then we'll get to work. I don't think we're going to actually leave the station today, but we'll see. Oh, and I'm going to go wander around some too. Yeah, I'm going to go watch reruns with her. So I think what's going to end up happening is 6 o'clock's going to hit, and they're just going to keep watching TV. That's been my experience. So we're going to speed up time here 16 times and let that go. I should add there was one other thing that happened while I was selling. I got called for a mission to the commercial district. It literally was like it said that there were loudspeakers calling my name, and I went, and it was fairly basic. It was put this tracker on this guy, and it was the guy who's repairing everything down there. And I felt kind of bad about it, and it even said that in the story down here afterwards. It was like after I did it, it was like, you wonder what this might mean for him, knowing that the corporation controls pretty much everything. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that sort of makes sense, but it's done. The mission was completed, and I did do that. I don't know if that's like maybe piece of a new storyline or something like that, but I did carry that out. I have been watching for the folks in my other tasks that are available. Is it I'm goals, and none of them have been nearby. So that's, I mean, it is what it is. But I haven't had that opportunity. So Phoebe being the exception, I could go and banter about Breakout with her. I don't know if it will actually let me do that actually or not. Let's see. Is that Phoebe? So that's Phoebe. I'm on Phoebe right now. That's part of the problem. Okay. So as me, I'm going to go and talk to Phoebe if I can. So first I'm going to cancel action, and then I'm going to commiserate. Yeah, since I'm on free time, it's still kind of eating up cycles. I maybe should have waited a minute. You'll notice when you hover over here, it talks about active characters' face expression indicates their status. So I guess he's terrified and she's surprised. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what these are supposed to really represent. I don't see any maladies on them when I look closer, but who knows? Okay, so trying to talk to Phoebe. We're going to wait for reply. And that's, oh, well, I'm going to asphyxiate because I have my helmet on. I don't think that's my helmet, though. I'm pretty sure I left all that behind, but we'll have to see. Okay, we'll just go ahead and get to 6 o'clock. Auto paused with 5 seconds. Awesome. Oh, so we're going to banter about sports. That's what we wanted to do to begin with. Okay. So now we are in a conversation. I'm going to go ahead and open this out. Have a better idea of what all we can say. So I think I'm a series shooters fan. So I've been talking about them, and she doesn't like them. Yeah, she calls my opinion misguided, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to ask about skills now that she works with us. I know that that's been a point of contention on if I'm doing it right or not, and which mode it's in when I ask. But well, okay, there's really no response again, so I'm not going to worry about it. They're my crewmate now, and that's just what I'm going to live with. I am going to ask them to follow me, and we're going to go back to the ship. I think it's interesting, cancel order, return ship. But there's no order to return to the ship that I'm seeing. Unless I'm missing it. And I never issued an order to return to the ship, so I'm not quite sure. I'm wondering if I hit that, what happens. And we'll wait. And continue waiting. And we're going to give it about another 30 seconds of game time, and then we're going to leave. Yeah, okay, so not happening there. So, all right, I'm going to tell her to follow me, and I'm going to return to the ship, and let's see if she does the same. She's not. Okay, we will jump over to Phoebe and bring her to the ship. Roster should now be 6 o'clock. It's work time. All right. Notices something is, oh, because he has his stupid helmet on again. Yeah, don't like that. Don't like that. I wish they'd figured that one out. Okay, so back to Phoebes. Come on, get on the ship. There we go. That looks better. Okay. And we'll pause. I need to kind of figure out what I want to do. I grabbed some lights from the, what is it, Sundry's desk. So that's where those are coming from. And that's where I basically bought all the stuff that I did, with the exception of the Hydra that came from the black market. The first thing we're going to do is run wire throughout the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and set that order up. And that's just going to be, oh, yeah, it's an install order. My bad. Power, conduit. This one could be tricky. We'll come back to that in a minute. And we'll go ahead and get that started. When they're over here, I should be able to see a little better, even though there's not a lot of light. But we can put a work light there too. In fact, I will have him do that right now. Okay, so there's that wall, and we'll do some install of conduit along that as well. Oh, now that we can see it, but we need to cancel those because that's not what we want to do. Okay, and we'll have them both auto-tasked. Start getting that done. Okay. I would probably be wiser to load it all onto the dolly, but I'm kind of okay with them taking their time to get these pieces right now while I kind of figure out how I want to place everything. I don't think this is going to be a perfect or final solution. They both have their helmets on. I don't know why. But that's a problem because their helmets aren't meant for that. Not without having the rest of the suit on. So, I don't know. I could be missing something there. There might be a reason they put them on, but it seems that that's a gripe that lots of folks have. They just put their helmets on. And nobody knows why. And it doesn't show you the helmet on down here, which would be extremely helpful. That would have been a nice ad. If they were going to put, emotions and that on the faces, it'd be great to know that he's wearing a helmet and he doesn't need to be. So that would have been a good choice. Maybe we'll see that here in the very near future. It does feel like they're pumping out updates a little quicker than in the past. It might just be that the stuff's a little more noticeable as well. It feels like there's actual changes that affect you as opposed to maybe stuff in the background that's not quite so obvious, like bug fixes and whatnot. Okay, we'll pick up the pace a little bit. Getting that wire installed. I guess I can have them start to install some lights. Have Phoebe do that. So we're going to un-auto-task her. Have her grab a light here. Install it. Actually, I think we're going to keep it simple. We're going to have her go right there with the first one. Not enough inventory space to carry the, okay, that makes some sense because she's got stuff. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I put her backpack in here because I didn't want her putting her helmet on while she was on the station. So let me fix that real quick if I can. Come on. Inventory, pause, backpack, on, excellent. Conduit there. Screwdriver in pocket is fine. Get going. There we go. And I think I'll have her do the same with this one. Just a quick install. And we'll put it down here for now. And that might end up getting moved. We'll see. I kind of get when they go and look at the site to see what they're going to do. What I don't like is when it's like a thruster and they try to go outside. That I don't fully get what they're trying to accomplish there, particularly since you cancel it and they stop doing it. And they'll skip doing that step when you reset it. So that's curious to me. The other item I might do, I was thinking of moving the bridge down here for now, so that the nav console. Starting to make engineering and bridge kind of the same thing and eventually split it off, but that would be a step maybe for today. We'll have to see. Okay, so Phoebe is done with that install, so we'll just start doing some normal stuff. We're going to uninstall conduit that's running here. Let one of them get to that. Probably don't need the work light anymore, but that's all right. We'll come back to that. There goes the conduit. Good, and that means these battery chargers aren't going to be working for now. Going to need to find a spot for those. I'm not sure where that's going to be permanently, but I think for now I'm just going to put them in here, get them out of the way, but make them accessible. So we're going to do an uninstall. Yeah, I'm going to untask Phoebe so that she will do it. And then an install. One there. One right where he's standing. Let's see if that'll try. Oh, it will. Okay, good. And let's slow time back down. Okay. What's next? Well, we need to put the bed in here. I think we're just put the bed in the corner. I think that's just going to be the easiest thing to do for now. I don't have a door with me just yet to give the bathroom any privacy. We do need to add some doors to improve the value of the ship because rooms are value multipliers. And that can be very, very helpful. But for now, we're going to have Chad go and pick up the light. So we need to turn it off first. And then repair it, apparently. Yeah. That's cool. There's no charge on that light anymore. That's interesting. I guess maybe the repair kind of did it in maybe, but we'll go ahead and pick that up. Okay. We'll pick up the helmet, get those taken care of in the very near future. Actually, let's just do it now. So we're on inventory. We want this inventory. Helmets everywhere. Okay. Yeah, that one's going to need a battery. Fully charged, no charge. Well, just so there's no confusion, let's do that. For now, the uncharged ones are down here. And now we're going to try to install a bed. Right there. Okay, that's on its way. I think, oh, nope. I don't know why they did that. Well, I do, because I clicked it. I don't know why I did that. We're going to switch to Phoebe. She's going to go ahead and install the toilet right here in the corner. And it looks like we will have room for a wall there if we want. Okay, and Chad is done, so we'll slow down for a second, see what we want to do with him. This was the thruster that was kind of in the middle of this wall earlier. I took it out for now. Probably come back to that. Oh, so right now we don't have any intakes because I uninstalled the Kangs and sold them because I bought the Hydra. So we're going to put the Hydra in. The Hydra will probably be best suited sitting right here on this square here. So we'll go ahead and walk over there and see what we need to move out of the way. That might do it. Let's go ahead and move this over there. That should give us plenty of room, and then we'll have him install it. Right. Okay. Oh, it's the center. Okay. Right there. So the intake will hold 4 RCS tanks, and that'll allow us to have a lot more fuel on hand if we need to go a little further than we've been going. And then we'll go ahead and install those. I think there's a 4th one floating around here somewhere. I'm not seeing it right now. 3 will get it done for now. Let's come over here. These are all wall. Yeah, we're going to have to find a way to deal with wall. Are these open or empty now? Outstanding. So we do have space to put some walls. Let's go ahead and pick up the dolly. And we'll collect some of that. There's that small battery. I kind of have this kind of set up as a bootstrap. Eventually this dolly will have a bunch of stuff that we carry with us when we go to renovate a ship is kind of the idea. And so there's just a few things on there already that kind of have us getting us ready to start that process in the future. And just cleaning up here a bit. More floor. Is that all of it there? Looks like it. Good. Yeah, I think I think we're going to move the bridge to over here. We'll do that in just a minute. For now, I want to start filling the rack first. I'm going to do the racks, and that one is full, and then the bins. And that one is entirely full. Good. This one is not. And then its associated bin. There we go. That's everything. I'm almost thinking I might just stow that battery for. It's on the cart. It'll be fine. Okay, so we have that floor out of the way. Let's just drop off the dolly. Okay. We're going to uninstall I keep calling it the bridge. It's the nav console, but it's a key part of the bridge, right? And we're going to reinstall it over here. We'll finish a wall here. This is all going to kind of get moved around in the very near future. But we now have a bed. We now have a toilet. Let's go ahead and have Phoebe put in the sink. Yeah. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it right there. Oh, I wanted Phoebe to do it. I didn't click on Phoebe to do it. So, or is Phoebe doing it? I might just be on the wrong person right now, and that's fine. Let's get this installed right there. Yeah, we'll want to put wall in here and put the switch box, the signal box, over by the console so that it makes sense. We'll set up the appropriate light to kind of have it turn on and off. And let's jump back over to Chad. This is pretty much everything I kind of wanted to get done here today, I think. So we're going to drop this in here, get that thruster back. I'm going to have Phoebe come and turn on the signal box. Okay, that didn't do what I thought it would. Yeah, we have to re-add the nav console because we moved it. There we go. But it should be on now, and it is. Okay. Finally, I bought a stool just so that if there's absolutely nothing going on, they will have somewhere they can go sit and chill. It's just one stool. I know the other thing they can use is the bed, I suppose, instead of just crashing on the floor. At least there'd be somewhere to sit. I don't even know if they will actually use it. So I think you can force them to sit on it. Yeah, you can do that. But beyond that, I'm not sure if it has a whole lot of usefulness or not. But it was cheap, so I thought that was good. Okay, well, this was kind of what I had planned. I wanted to get this ship built out. I don't have the lease paid off or the mortgage paid off. I'm going to get started on that. So this is going to conclude season 1 of Let's Play Ostranauts with Mo Chat. In the interim, I'm going to pay off this mortgage. So I'm going to put in a couple of more play hours to make the money to do that. I don't intend to do any major changes, but some things might pop up that I have to make changes on. And if that happens, well, it is what it is. We'll try to cover those in episode 1 of season 2. I would expect it'll be a week or so before that comes out, but I'm going to be honest, I'm really excited about it. Can't wait to get started on it. Looking forward to seeing what's out there for doing some ship flipping, and going to do some quick study to see how to maximize my ability to do that, make some money quickly, and then see where that takes us. Long term, I would love to see what the apartments are about. You know, you can rent space up here, things like that. That sounds exciting to me. I will eventually visit Venus again, and we'll see about doing some in-atmosphere flying as well. It's not something I've toyed with at all, but it is out there, and we'll see what we can break down and figure out with it. Thank you so much for joining me. The time you all have put in and watching my videos on Ostranauts has been fantastic for me. Really do appreciate it. I want to keep this going. I hope a couple of weeks break doesn't really break anyone's heart. We'll see about getting some stuff out pretty quickly, though, here once season 2 is ready to begin. Beyond that, I really thank you for your time this time, and until next time and next season, fair travels.